continue about the Laplace transform, and in the next subsection we will derive the Laplace transform of some known function. We will start with a constant function, and we have to find the Laplace transform of f t equal. So from the definition of Laplace transform we have, so this is the definition. So we will take ft is equal c now, and we'll see what happens. So we take ft equals c, so we have 0 to infinity to minus st, c dt. So c will go out. We have 0 to infinity to the power minus st dt. Now recall that from calculus 2, you have this is an improper integration. So for improper integration, we have to take the limiting case, and we can rewrite this as this form. So next, take the integration, and the e to the power st dt, e to the power minus st dt integration will be minus e to the power minus st over s, and limit is 0 to r. So we substitute the limit, and we'll get it here 1 over s minus e to the power s r over s. So now the limit of when r tends to infinity, so this limit will be 0. So therefore, we will get it, the Laplace transform to c over s. So this is the answer. Now in particular, if we take c equal 1, then it will be 1 over s. Now in the next example, we will find the Laplace transform of the function ft is equal to t greater than equal 0. Again, we recall the definitions and replace ft by t and solve the integration. So process in a similar way as previous example, but here the integration is, you have to do it by parts method or tabular method. So we rewrite this improper integral like this, and then we solve this integration by parts here. Complete solution is present here by parts or tabular form. So we solve it by tabular form. So this is our first function t, and the second function is by st. So first function's derivative, this is 1. This function's integration into minus st over s. This derivative again, second derivative 0. Second integration is e to the power minus st over s square. Then we will multiply with cross with alternative sign. So therefore, we got the integration is minus t e to the power st over s, and this is minus e to the power st over s square. And then we substitute it here in this part, taking out the minus, and then put the limit. So we got that limit is r e to the power minus sr over s, e to the power minus sr over s square minus 1 over s square. So this limit we know when r tends to infinity, this is 0. But this limit is not straightforward, so we need to solve it. So we solve it here again separately. So this limit. Now look on this, this is r tends to infinity, this is e to the power minus sr, which is decreasing. So therefore, we can rewrite it in this form. So now you see that this is infinity over infinity. So we apply the L'Hopital rule. So this will be in the form of 1 over e to the power s square. Now this is goes to 0. So therefore, both this expression is goes to 0. So we left it with minus over in the bracket minus 1 over s square. So if simplify, it will give to 1 over s square. So therefore, we got the Laplace transform of t equal 1 over s square. Next, we have to find the Laplace transform of e to the power 3t, or t greater than equal c. So again, we'll apply here, but here only the difference is that ft is equal to the power 3t. So therefore, we process in the same way, and then we simplify. This can be written as e to the power minus s minus 3t, and limit is 0 to r ut. So therefore, the exponential integrations is divided by the power constant, So it will be to the power minus s minus 3t over s minus 3, and limit is 0 to r. And then clearly s should not be equal 3. But now the question is greater than 3 or s less than 3, we will find it out. So now if we see that the limit is here 1 over s minus 3 minus it will go minus s minus 3 r or s minus 3. Now if s minus 3 is less than s is less than 3, then this term will be positive. Then when r tends to infinity, it will be goes to infinity. So limit does not exist. So therefore s should be greater than 3. Limit exists if s greater than 3. Now if you take the limit, so this will goes to 0. So we left with 1 over s minus 3, and that is 6. So therefore, in general, if it is replaced by this 3 by a, any number, any real number a, then it will be Laplace of e to the power at equal 1 over s minus a. Okay, next we will present some few well-known Laplace transform. So we calculate for t only t, which is n equal 1. But now what about other power of t, integer power of t? So in that case, it will be n factorial over s n plus 1. So for example, t equal to, it will be 2 over s to the power 3. T equal 3, it will be factorial 3 means 6 over s to the power 4. So 1 power is extra. If it is alpha for any real number, not in positive integer, then the answer will be gamma alpha plus 1 over s to the power alpha plus 1. If it is e to the power at, so we wrote it in the previous slide, 1 over s minus a when s is greater than a. If it is sine at, then the answer is a over s square plus a square. If it is cosine at, then it will be s over s square plus a square. So you have to observe the difference. Sine at, the numerator is the constant a, and for cosine at, numerator is the variable s. Denominator, both cases are same. Same way, sine hyperbolic at, it will be a over s square minus a square. So what is the difference between sine and sine hyperbolic? Sine is denominator is plus, and sine hyperbolic denominator is minus. And same way, cosine hyperbolic at equal s over s square minus a square. So now from this table, as you know that this table in general form, so from there we will try to find some example of the inverse Laplace transform. Now 1 over s to the power 3. So if you see the previous slide, that we have s to the power 3 means it is power of t square. So then it will be like this. So t square over 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. And then 1 over s minus 3, so it will be e to the power 3t. If 1 over s square plus 4, so s square plus 4 is related with the sign, but for 4 we need 2 here. So therefore we will multiply and divide it 2, so it will be sine 2t over 2. And s over s square minus 4, so it will be cosine 2t. Now the question is that these are the basic functions: sine a, sine at, sine cosine bt, and exponential functions it will be at. So if it is other than this, so how we can solve it and what are the methods? So that we'll learn in the future section. So now we will have one example here that is not from the table. So how we solve with ft equal cosine square 3t. So now we have the result for cosine 3t sine 3t, not cosine square 3t. So how we can solve it here? Okay. So now to convert this power into cosine at, cosine bt form, and let's see how it will go. So we know that 2 cosine square theta, so basic trigonometric formula is required here. 2 cosine square theta equal 1 plus cosine 2 theta. Therefore, to cosine square 3t equal 1 plus cosine 6t over 2. Now we apply Laplace operator on both sides. So Laplace of cosine square 3t equal Laplace of 1 plus cosine 6t over 2. Then we separate them, and then using the linear property, we can separate them and take it out half outside. So you will get half Laplace of 1 plus half Laplace of cosine 6t. So next we'll do that Laplace of 1 is 1 over s, and Laplace of cosine 6t will be s over s square plus 36. So if we simplify further, we will get it here s square plus 36 plus s square over 2, and then after simplification you will get s square plus 18 over s square plus 36. So this is the Laplace transform of cosine square dt. So now we'll find an inverse of this transform. So what is the linear property for the inverse? So the linear, it is same as the Laplace transform. The linear property is applicable. So we separate them as per our need. So therefore we take out 3 and L inverse S over S square plus 36, because we know this form of inverse Laplace transform. And for L inverse 1 over S square plus 36. As other linear property is applicable for inverse Laplace transform. So now we know that Laplace of cosine at equal S over S square plus A square. So Laplace inverse of S over S square plus A square equal cosine AT. So which is similar to here. So here A is equal 6. So therefore we can get it here as cosine 60. Same way from here the sine AT is equal A over S square plus A square. Then Laplace inverse of 1 over S square plus A square equals sine AT over A. So therefore, in this case, A is equal 6. So we can rewrite this expression as this is cosine 60, this is sine 60. So it is cos 3 cosine 60, and this is 4 over 6 sine 60. So if we simplify, 3 cosine 60 plus 2 over 3 sine 60. So this is the answer for this inverse linear transform. Okay. So now next lecture we'll have Laplace transform of derivative. So we'll learn about the Laplace transform of derivative in the next lecture.